Dear members, good morning and warm welcome to you all to the 38th Annual General Meeting of Neuland Laboratories Limited, held through video conferencing facility or other audio-visual means. For the smooth conduct of the meeting, all the members will be in mute mode. Audio and video facility will be enabled for those members who have registered themselves as speaker shareholders once the chairman announces to commence the question and answer session. If you wish to raise any queries during the meeting, please post the queries by clicking on the communicate icon available on the screen. Please note that, as per the requirements of the law, the proceedings of the annual general meeting will be recorded and transcript of the same will be available on the website of the company. I now hand over the proceedings to Ms. Sarada Bhamidipati, Company Secretary of Neuland Laboratories Limited. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning and a warm welcome to the 38th Annual General Meeting of Neuland Laboratories Limited. We appreciate your presence at the meeting today. The 38th AGM of the company is being held using audiovisual means. I would like to take you through certain details regarding the participation at this meeting. The facility of joining the AGM through video conference is being made available for members on first-come, first-served basis. Once the question and answer session starts, the moderator will announce the names of the shareholders who have registered as speaker shareholder in the order of registration, and they will be unmuted by the host. The speaker shareholders are advised to video on while speaking. If any speaker shareholder fails to speak using video mode, he or she may speak using audio mode with the earphones on. If there is any connectivity issue at a registered speaker's end, the next speaker will be asked to join and the host will provide an opportunity to such speaker at the end. We request the shareholders to kindly restrict their speech to 2 to 3 minutes. During the proceedings of the AGM, if a member faces any issue, they may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice of the AGM. The registers, as required under the Companies Act, are open for inspection. We have the statutory auditors, secretarial auditors, cost auditors, and internal auditors of the company and the scrutinizer to the e-voting present online. I now request our Executive Chairman, Dr. D.R. Rao, to conduct the meeting. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I feel privileged to welcome you all to the 30th Annual General Meeting of your company. In view of the presence of the quorum, I call this meeting to order. I would like to mention that we have Mrs. Bharti Rao, Dr. Christopher Simriste, Mr. Homi Khusro Khan, Dr. Nirmala Murthy, and Mr. P. Maya participating from our represented locations. Also, we'll also have Mr. D. Suchet, Sarj, and Mr. Deepak Gupta and Mrs. Sarada Bondor from the management team in the meeting. I thank all the members and invitees for joining this meeting. We are conducting this AGM through a video conference facility pursuit of the directions of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India. The live stream of this meeting is also being webcast on NSDL platform. The company has taken requisite steps to allow members to cast their votes on the business being considered the AGM. Since there is no physical attendance of the members, the appointment of proxies is not applicable. Members who have not voted using remote e-voting can cast their vote in the NSDL e-voting web page. Since the notice is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice and director's report along with the auditor's report as read. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you once again to the Neuland's 30th AGM. This is the third year where we are meeting virtually for the conduct of the AGM, and is indicator of the changes we've seen in the last 2.5 years. Looking back on the first year, I am proud of the way we have kept our employees safe and well while ensuring business continuity. As an API manufacturer and supplier to the global pharmaceutical industry, upholding the quality is imperative in our business and has been foundation to the Neuland's approach. In this regard, I am particularly pleased to share that customer satisfaction for our products remained high, endorsing our unwavering commitment to quality and compliance. While the financial results were below our expectations for the year, we have to consider the continued impact of pandemic-induced challenges and geopolitical challenges toward the end of the financial year. In our CMS business, one of our older molecule witnessed a sharp degrowth on reaching the end of the patent in key markets. Lower offtake for certain GDS products due to inventory accumulation at the customer's end dampened our GDS revenue also. While these factors did impact our revenue, it is pertinent to mention that we have not lost any customers in this pandemic hit year. Rather, our customer base has further strengthened, reiterating our customer satisfaction levels and the credibility and the trust we have built in the market. Over the last 3 decades, Neuland has come a long way. We started with less than 100 employees and our turnover was around 30 lakhs. Today, we have grown to become a listed entity with over 1,500 employees and a turnover of 952 crores, meeting the chemistry needs of global pharmaceutical industry. In the healthcare industry, quality is non-negotiable as the Indian pharmaceutical industry seeks to strengthen global operations. Strong adherence to international standards becoming even more pivotal. Quality, I firmly believe, is a mindset. When an organization has fostered a quality culture, the benefits are several. At Neuland, we are very proud of our quality and regulatory track record. Understanding that quality is a core to our business and future success, the necessary investments continue to be made in strengthening our quality processes. A rapidly evolving business environment demands agility and continuous development from Neuland as an organization and also for every employee. To drive greater agility in our business, we have identified a few strategic priorities to be realized over the next 5-year period. As we progress in on our strategic priority roadmap, it will help us to reach another inflection point in our growth journey. To successfully implement our business strategy and safeguard the long-term interest of the company, a strong leadership team with relevant experience and expertise is essential. Our leadership team today is currently the best we have had in our operational history, and we are committed to building further on this. The emphasis on identifying and nurturing future leaders from within the organization. At Neuland, sustainability ethos guide our strategy with the aim to deliver better value to our stakeholders. We are closely focused on minimizing our environmental footprint, supporting all our local communities, and sourcing responsibly from a sustainable and resilient supply chain. The company has been actively supporting the surrounding villages with the infrastructural needs. In the last year, we spent time and resources to help on the healthcare front also. During the year, Neuland has become a signatory to the UNGC and has rated at the bronze level by the EcoVadis. We further demonstrate our commitment to embedding sustainability in our business with the commencement of digitization of our enterprise risk management processes. Our people are central to our success and we remain committed to investing in their health, safety, and personal growth. In these exceptional times, we have worked tirelessly to introduce new measures and protocols to help protect our people from COVID. Looking forward, I firmly believe that Neuland is well poised to be a stronger player in the API industry, both for generics as well as for innovators. The investment that we are making for the future, our credibility within the pharmaceutical industry, our strong product pipeline, and our dedication to our strategic priorities will enable us to unlock growth opportunities and deliver sustainable value. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank our customers and shareholders for placing their trust in us and for their constant support. I also thank our suppliers, bankers, auditors, along with the government and regulatory authorities for extending their support to us. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our employees for their hard work and commitment. Neuland is committed to working together with all the stakeholders, pursuing its objectives of making quality pharmaceuticals and delivering meaningful contribution to our society. Thank you. Now I instruct Mrs. Sada Bhattacharya to inform the statutory person of the shareholders.
Thank you, sir. Further, I would like to inform the members that the company has extended e-voting facility in respect of all the businesses to be transacted at the 38th annual general meeting of the company. The remote e-voting commenced on 30th of July and ended on 1st of August. Members as on cutoff date, that is July 22nd, 2022, who have not exercised their vote through remote e-voting and participating in this AGM are entitled to a vote during this meeting through e-voting facility. The company has appointed Mr. D. Hanumantaraju and failing him, Mrs. Sheikh Razia, partners D. Hanumantaraju and company, practicing company secretaries as scrutinizer to scrutinize the votes cast at the remote e-voting process and e-voting process during the AGM in a fair and transparent manner. Since this AGM is being convened through audio-visual means, all resolutions proposed in this AGM shall be decided through e-voting only. I now hand over to the chairman.
Now we'll take questions and invite speakers. I now ask the moderator to unmute the first speaker and speaker shareholder.
Thank you very much. I now invite the first speaker shareholder, Mr. Praful Chavda. Please unmute.
हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Please go ahead.
आ रही है आवाज? सर कैमरा चालू होता तो
Sir,
कोशिश
you
करता हूँ.
can. Sir, please press the
Okay,
first
sir.
icon on the black color toolbar.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, वीडियो कॉल से जुड़े हुए मेरे शेयरहोल्डर साथियों. सर, पहले तो मैं डी रामाराव सर, डी सुचेत राव सर, श्री हर्ष राव सर और इसकी पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ, बधाई देता हूँ कि कंपनी कोरोना काल होते हुए भी अच्छा काम करे और आगे बढ़ती जा रही है. लास्ट 5 इयर्स का जो ग्राफ देखते हैं कंपनी का रेवेन्यू का तो कंटिन्यू बढ़ा हुआ है और ये साल 953 करोड़ का टर्नओवर रेवेन्यू हुआ. तो सर थोड़ा कुछ मेहनत ज़्यादा करते तो ये साल भी 1000 करोड़ पार कर जाते थे. तो नो प्रॉब्लम. मैं उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि अगले साल कंपनी 1000 करोड़ की क्लब में शामिल हो जाएंगी और 1000 करोड़ का बराबर टर्नओवर हो जाएगा. और साथ साथ में मैं तो ये भी उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स 63 करोड़ रुपीज़ ही है. ओनली बोलता हूँ, मुझे कम दिखता है. वो भी 100 करोड़ हो जाना चाहिए अगले साल ताकि 100 करोड़ प्रॉफिट और 1000 करोड़ टर्नओवर दोनों साथ में देखने को मिले. ऐसे फिगर बहुत कम देखने को मिलता है तो वो भी अच्छा दिखेगा. सर खासतौर पे मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी में अभी नए ज्वाइंट हुए रोहित सर को भी वेलकम करता हूं और इसका पीआरओ बहुत अच्छा है. कंपनी में आने के बाद 2-4 बार बात हुई उससे फोन पे तो अच्छा लगा और इसका पीआरओ के हिसाब से उन्हें कभी भी नाराज होकर पूरे कंपनी के डिटेल के बारे में बात करते तो इसको भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं. और सर खासतौर पे पेज नंबर 6 और 7 हाईलाइट्स दिया है उसके लिए मैं कंपनी सेक्रेटरी के पूरे डिपार्टमेंट को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि वो हाईलाइट में पेज नंबर 6 और 7 में 2098 से लेकर 2022 को हाईलाइट करके ट्रेंड के द्वारा बता दिया है. जो ट्रेंड चलती है और बताते गए ऐसा, तो इसलिए सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को तो धन्यवाद देता हूँ. बहरहाल मैं जब से आईपीओ तब से कंपनी के एजीएम करते आ रहा हूँ, कोई मिस भी नहीं किया है और बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर के पूरा सपोर्ट में रहता हूँ. पर सर अभी एक बात देखने की है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी बोले हैं कि 13 अगस्त से 15 अगस्त तक पूरे इंडिया के हर घर पे तिरंगा लहराना चाहिए. तो इसके आपकी कंपनी का पूरा सपोर्ट रहना चाहिए और आपने एक सर्कुलर निकाल के पूरी कंपनी में और कंपनी के एम्प्लॉयज को चाहे कोई भी जगह पे कोई भी एम्प्लॉयज हो, कस्टमर हो, सबको भी रिक्वेस्ट करे और तिरंगा लहराने के लिए बात करे. और आप भी कंपनी का CSR में से पैसे लगा के भी भारत का झंडा फ्लैग खरीद के सबको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करे फ्री ऑफ चार्ज ताकि हर घर पे तिरंगा लहरे. जो 75 ईयर्स अपने मना रहे उसमें योगदान रहे. साथ में सर एक बात ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि अभी पोल्यूशन बहुत हो गया है और साउंड भी बहुत आता है रोड पे. इसके लिए ई व्हीकल आ गया है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक 2 व्हीलर 4 व्हीलर. तो इसमें भी आप अपना योगदान देना चाहिए. हर एक स्टेट गवर्नमेंट योगदान देती है और कुछ ना कुछ सब्सिडी देती है. तो अपने भी जो एम्प्लॉयज 2 व्हीलर खरीदते हैं या 4 व्हीलर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक खरीदते हैं तो इसके थोड़ा बहुत सब्सिडी दे के आप भी ये बात को आगे बढ़ाइए ताकि इंडिया में पोल्यूशन कम हो. और सबसे ज्यादा पेट्रोल बाहर से खरीदना पड़ता है, वो भी कम खरीदना पड़े. वो भी देश में विदेशी जो पैसे जा रहे हैं वो नहीं जाएंगे. इसमें भी आपका योगदान रहेगा. सर अपना जो भी रेवेन्यू आता है 75% से ज्यादा बाहर आता है. इंडिया में तो ओनली 3% ही बिजनेस है. तो इंडिया में बिजनेस क्यों नहीं बढ़ा है अपने? जो यूएस में अपना 75%, सॉरी यूएस में 75% है। यूएस का गवर्नमेंट कभी क्या करते हैं मालूम नहीं पड़ता है, कभी कुछ भी अनाउंसमेंट कर देते हैं। ऐसा कुछ अनाउंसमेंट हो गया तो अपना प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा आ जाता है और कंपनी ऊपर से नीचे तक आने की उम्मीद रहती है। तो दूसरे स्टेट में भी है, तो इंडिया में भी अपना प्रोडक्ट सेल करने के लिए कोशिश करना चाहिए, ऐसा मेरा सजेशन है। धन्यवाद सर, मुझे बोलने का चांस दिए, धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you. So Mr. Shashikant Gajanan Marathe is not connected to the AGM. Mr. Kanwar IS Saini is not connected to the AGM. We'll move on to the fourth speaker shareholder, Mr. Bharti Saraf. Please proceed.
हेलो,
Yes, sir, we
मेरी
can hear
आवाज आ
you.
रही?
Please proceed.
एक
Yes, sir.
मिनट टाइम दीजिए, थोड़ा सा एक मिनट प्लीज। हाँ, आदरणीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निदेशक सदस्य और मेरे शेयर होल्डर भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार साहब, मैं भारतीय साहब ज्वाइंट होल्डर बोल रहा हूँ। सबसे पहले आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूँ। मैं कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूँ। आशा करता हूँ आप जितने भी अधिकारीगण और जितने भी हमारे डायरेक्टर हैं और जितने भी कर्मचारी हैं और इस समय अच्छे और स्वास्थ्य में होंगे सर। सर, आपने अपने स्पीच में काफी कुछ कहा और बहुत अच्छा कहा सर। और मेरे को कंपनी के आपके मैनेजमेंट पे विश्वास और काफी अच्छा रिजल्ट देने जा रहे हैं, ये भी मेरे को विश्वास। सर, मेरे एक दो छोटे प्रश्न है। एक तो प्रश्न ये सर, अपने यहाँ वुमेन एम्प्लॉय की संख्या काफी कम है, इसको बढ़ाने के लिए क्या कदम उठा रही है बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर, क्योंकि मेल और फीमेल का जो है रेशियो काफी ये नहीं है, मतलब ठीक नहीं है, काफी गैप है। तो क्योंकि मैं समझता हूँ कि अभी वुमेन को एम्पावरमेंट करना बहुत जरूरी है। आज देश के प्रेसिडेंट आदिवासी वुमेन है और हमारी क्या नाम बोलते हैं फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर भी वुमेन है सर। और अभी आपके कॉमनवेल्थ गेम में भी वुमेन काफी अच्छा गोल्ड मेडल लेके आ रही है, इसलिए मैं चाहूंगा कि आप उनको बढ़ाएं। दूसरा सर, मेरा प्रश्न है कि रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग के लिए आपने क्या कदम उठाए, ये भी बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। और अपने रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के लिए क्या कदम उठाए, ये भी बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। और सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक के बारे में जो बंद हो गया 1 जुलाई से, उसके लिए आपने क्या इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया है, ये भी बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। और आशा करता हूँ हमारे जितने भी एम्प्लॉई हैं और उनकी फैमिली है उनको बूस्टर डोज लग चुकी होगी, नहीं लगी तो उसकी व्यवस्था कर दीजिए। अभी 75 दिन के लिए अमृत महोत्सव में फ्री डोज लग रही है सर। और सर लास्ट में यही कहूंगा, ये बीसी मीटिंग काफी अच्छी है सर, इसमें बाहर वाले शेयर होल्डर भी आपसे बात कर सकते हैं और मैं भी कलकत्ता से आपसे बात कर सकता हूँ। तो आशा करता हूँ अगले साल भी अगर फिजिकल मीटिंग करते हैं आप, तो 15 से 20 मिनट के लिए एक हाइब्रिड मीटिंग का भी ऑप्शन रखिएगा उसके साथ में। पहले फिजिकल मीटिंग वाले को मौका दे दीजिएगा बोलने का, फिर हाइब्रिड वाले को कॉल कर लीजिएगा सर। सर हमारे कलकत्ता में अभी केजरीवाल की मीटिंग हुई थी 17 जून को, उन्होंने यही ऑप्शन आजमाया था। मैं आशा करता हूँ आप इस डुअल ऑप्शन में जाएंगे सर। और बंगलोर में इसकी इन्फोसिस की मीटिंग होती है यूनिवर्सिटी में, वो भी यही ऑप्शन आजमाते हैं। तो आप लोग से रिक्वेस्ट है चेयरमैन साहब, इसको चिंता करिएगा मैनेजमेंट टीम में, नेक्स्ट टाइम में डुअल कंसेप्ट यानी फिजिकल प्लस हाइब्रिड बनाइएगा। ज्यादा समय न लेते हुए मैं अपना वक्तव्य से समाप्त करता हूँ। एक बार आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी अधिकारीगण हैं और जितने भी कर्मचारी हमारे शेयर और वीडियो के प्रोजेक्ट है, उनकी फैमिली के लिए दुआ करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान 2022 सभी के लिए वेल्दी हेल्दी प्रोस्पेक्ट और सेफ्टी के साथ बीती हो। जय हिंद, जय भारत, नमस्कार जी।
Thank you very much. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Kamal Kishore Jhawar, connected on audio. Please.
सर मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
मेरा आवाज आ रहा है? ओके, थैंक यू सर। हमारे चेयरमैन सर, हमारे मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, सीएमडी, सीईओ सुचित राव साहब को सबको मेरा नमस्कार। मैं एक कंपनी का आईपीओ आयोजक से शेयर होल्डर हूँ साहब, और आपने जो चेयरमैन इस चीज में पूरा अच्छा बता दिया, बहुत अच्छा लगा हमारे को। और मैं तो इतना चाहता हूँ साहब, आई एम द वेरी स्मॉल इन्वेस्टर, कभी आपकी कंपनी से धोखा नहीं हुआ। नीचे में शेयर प्राइस आया, ऊपर में 2800 गया और आपने लो रेट में रेड इशू दिया, बहुत अच्छा रिटर्न दिया साहब। और है ना, आपने कभी भी इन्वेस्टर को धोखा नहीं दिए, बहुत अच्छा रिटर्न दिए है। सब जने याद करते हैं न्यूलैंड में भाई बहुत अच्छा रिटर्न मिला है और डिविडेंड भी मिला है। तो सर अभी दिस ईयर अभी फार्मा सेक्टर में ऑल कंपनी पूरा कम डाउन कर रहा है, उसका कोई बात नहीं है, साइकिल है। उतार चढ़ाव लगा हुआ रहता है, पर 2023 में अपना परफॉर्मेंस कैसा रहेगा उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए सर। और आपसे तो दीपावली दशहरा को आपको एम्प्लॉयज को सबको शुभकामनाएं। और सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट में सर बहुत वेरी वेरी नाइस मैन, हम कभी भी फोन करते हैं तो हमारे को फोन पे रिस्पॉन्स मिल जाता है। एक्सेलेंट सर्विस है सर सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट, मैं उनकी भी तारीफ करना चाहता हूँ कि कभी हमारे को कुछ भी बात करें इजीएट आंसर मिल जाता है। और हमारे साथी सूरज चंद्र से बात करिए सर। हेलो सूरज भाई बात करो, बात करो, बात करो। हेलो, अच्छा मैं सेलवे में सूरज चंद्र जैन बोल रहा हूँ। थोड़ा इसके अंदर मिलाने के अंदर थोड़ा फर्क आने के कारण मैं कमेटी चौधरी के अंदर बात कर रहा हूँ। सर आपका जो चेयरमैन स्पीच था बहुत ही शानदार था। मैं आई जब से आपके कंपनी का शेयरहोल्डर हूँ। सर आपके कंपनी का नाम न्यूलैंड है और मैं ओल्ड शेयरहोल्डर हूँ, ओल्ड लेने साहब, जिसके हाथ से मैं चाहूंगा कि कंपनी का भी नाम कुछ न्यू निकाल के कुछ तो भी रख दीजिए, क्योंकि अपने कंपनी का जीएम है 38 साल का सीनियर सिटीजन के तरफ आप बढ़ते जा रहे हैं सर। और इसी प्रकार वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस रहती है। और सर आपने जो हमें राइट इशू दिया, मुझे आपने जो भरपूर हमें जो सेवा सस्ते रेट में दिए उसके लिए मैं आपको तथा आपके टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। और भगवान से ये प्रार्थना करता हूँ दिन दिन रात में करते हुए आप आगे की तरफ बढ़ेंगे। और इसी प्रकार वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस होते, क्योंकि हम काम पे की हुए तो हम आज से रूबरू हो सकते हैं। मेरा आपसे कांटेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था, मैं कमल किशोर जी को बुला के मैंने इसी फोन से मैं बात कर रहा हूँ सर। और हम भी इस वक्त बाहर है, फिर भी आपसे कांटेक्ट के अंदर और आपका कंपनी की रूपरेखा जानने की पूरी कोशिश जो आपने हमें कराई उसके लिए आपको तथा आपके टीम को धन्यवाद देते हुए अपने विचारों को विराम देता हूँ। आपने जो बोलने का मौका दिया उसके लिए मैं आपको और स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट को भी मैं बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। कभी भी मेरा आपका डिविडेंड का चेक आया था सर, और कुछ कारण से हमें लेट हो गया था, फिर मैं ऑफिस को लेकर आके दिया था, उन्होंने इतना जल्दी करके दिया जिसका मैं स्टेट डिपार्टमेंट की जितनी तारीफ करूँ उतना कम है सर। और इसी विचारों के साथ मैं अपने विचारों को विराम देते हुए बस फिर भगवान से यही प्रार्थना करता हूँ।
Thank you very much. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Ramesh Mangoluri, connected on audio.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible,
Hello?
sir. Please proceed.
Am I? Yes, sir. So good morning to all the directors on the board. So my name is Ramesh, a shareholder of the company, speaking from Hyderabad. Sir, I have 4 questions. Number 1, CMS business has grown only by 5% year-on basis. So what is the reason for low growth? And to improve the efficiency, what will the management is taking initiatives? And number 2, sir, whether the ongoing supply chain issues are going to affect in FY23 also. Number 3, so what is the potential for 5 DMS which were filed in this year? I would like to know. Number 4, what are the what are the plant utilization levels of the 3 units respectively idle? I would like to know. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Shri Hans Kumar. Please unmute your audio and video from your device and proceed. Please unmute your audio from your device.
Yeah. Good morning, Chairman sir, and all the board of directors. My name is Sri Hans Kumar, and I am a shareholder from Hyderabad. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate the management for conducting this 30th AGM. So, my doubts are the what is the composition of our business, that is GDS, CMS, and this one more thing, peptides. So what would be the revenue generating from these units going further? So we have 3 world-class plants with 7 production blocks, and what is the utilization of this plant? And one more thing is 75% of our revenue is coming from exports. So due to this dollar appreciating, what would be the impact on our revenues? And are there any plans for the foray into formulations business? Or and one more thing is our results are always volatile. Every quarter it's very fluctuating. And could you put some light on the coming quarter? And one more thing, we as a shareholder, I would like to visit the plant. If it's possible, could you arrange it? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was the last speaker shareholder. Over to you, Chairman sir, for further proceedings.
Yeah. Mr. D. Suches, Vice Chairman and CEO, shall address the questions from the shareholders as well as questions from the shareholders on chat box. Company Secretary to the questions from the chat box. Suchet.
Once again, a very good morning to everyone, and thank you for all the shareholders who've asked the questions. I think thank you for all the good wishes from the shareholders as well on the organization. We as management really appreciate it. I will answer the questions in the sequence they were received, and I request Harsh as well as Deepak or Sharada, if I've missed everything or anything from the questions, to feel free to prompt me. I think Mr. Praful's question is that, one is he would like to see a 1,000 crore revenue company as well as a 100 crore profit organization going forward. I think our goals are very similar, to see a company that continues to grow consistently, both in terms of revenues, profits, as well as margin expansion. I think in terms of environmental controls as well as ESG, our shareholders can be rest assured that today ESG is the top priority in the organization, both in terms of our environmental impact, the carbon footprint, the steps we are taking for water conservation, our waste treatment equipment. As all our shareholders will know, all our facilities today are zero discharge facilities. That means we have complete capabilities to treat as well as dispose of waste in a very safe manner, completely with our in-house capabilities. We don't depend on external agencies to do that. We are taking a similar approach to our carbon footprint as well as water conservation. We've set up detailed key metrics that constantly measure our impact that we're having on the environment, social, as well as our governance system, so that we're continuously improving. We would be more than happy to share more details with our shareholders if there are any specific questions. But we are releasing a sustainability report and have uploaded the pertinent information on our website as well. There was a follow-up question from on whether we can do more business in India, and why is it that 75% of our business comes from the export markets. I think from our point of view, our strategy is to grow our footprint globally, including India as well. So our efforts are constant in terms of constantly identifying customers in India, making products that can be launched in India as well as overseas. So we expect that the business will grow overseas and India as the overall company grows. And I think hopefully those were the questions from Mr. Praful. Moving on, I think Mr. Bharti Saraf had a couple of good questions. One on gender diversity. It's a good question, Mr. Bharti. I think our goal is to increase gender diversity. In fact, it's a key metric that we've identified, and it's a key goal for all our leaders across the organization. In fact, we've also identified all the positions within the organization that are gender neutral positions, and we're constantly looking at ways of improving our gender diversity. We've set up specific targets within the organization to achieve and key milestones, and we continue to monitor them. I think on a lighter note, between Harsh and myself, Harsh has two daughters and I have one daughter. So at home, we are definitely the gender diversity index, we are doing really well, and we hope to do the same in the organization as well. Um, Again, there was a request. I think I've answered the question on ESG. There was a similar question from Mr. Bharti Saraf, so I won't repeat myself. But in terms of the physical meeting, we would like to do a physical meeting and a hybrid meeting, depending on the conditions next year. But our shareholders can be rest assured that we would we would like to do a physical meeting as much as our shareholders do. We enjoy those interactions and the opportunity to meet with our shareholders. So that's definitely there on our agenda. Mr. Kamal, thank you for your comments on the constant return that the organization has given to our shareholders as well as investors. We strive to continue to the same in the future and even better than what we've done in the past. In terms of 2023, though there are ongoing challenges, especially in terms of supply chain, because of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, a sharp increase in certain raw material prices, as well as some supply disruptions. But our shareholders can be rest assured that the team is relentlessly working towards maintaining continuity of supply, identifying alternate sources of raw materials so that we do our best in terms of trying to keep the margins under check, constantly working with our customers to partner with us on overcoming the short-term disruptions in supply as well as price variability and volatility. And so far, I would say that the team has done a reasonable job, and we expect that this performance and our focus on protecting our margins as well as overcoming temporary disruption in supply for the rest of the year. We take all the steps to protect the performance of the organization. Apart from that, there's a question online about our focus from Mr. Sheikh about how we have focused on building specialty capabilities and whether we intend to get into large molecules. I think as of now, there's no immediate plan to get into biologics, but we do continue to focus on specialty molecules as well as large molecules such as peptides to augment our margins and improve our revenue growth. And we believe that the market for these products, both on the generic side as well as the contract manufacturing side, is a pretty large market. And we would like to make sure that we continue to consolidate our performance both on the generic side as well as the contract manufacturing side as when it comes to smaller molecules as well as peptides. So we continue to be excited about the market, about the demands that our customers continue to put on us. Earlier, the chairman spoke about the feedback that we're getting from our customers and the loyalty that we enjoy with our customers. And I think that's going to be the cornerstone of our growth, where we can constantly orient Neuland towards the needs of the customer and constantly take steps to continue to meet those needs of our customers, both on the generic side as well as the contract manufacturing side. Yes, the year-on-year growth was not satisfactory, even from the Neuland management perspective. The chairman elaborated on the issues that impacted the performance. But what we've done since is that we've identified those issues. We've taken steps to mitigate those issues so that the performance of the organization continues on a consistent trajectory and that we're able to demonstrate the same in FY23 as well. We do see that volatility from quarter to quarter. I think that's just the nature of our business mix, both on the generic side as well as the contract manufacturing side, based on the orders that we receive from the customers as well as the demand for the market. We do see the variability in our product mix from quarter to quarter. Though we may not be able to do much about the quarter to quarter variability, as management, we're definitely aware of the variability in performance from last year to the year before, but are taking the steps so that the company can continue to grow consistently going forward. So, apart from that, the composition of the GDS as well as the CMS business, today we're about 65% GDS and 35% CMS. The rate at which the CMS business is growing, the CMS business has shown a constant growth of more than 25% year on year. And at this rate, we do expect that the CMS business and GDS business, including peptides, is a small part of it, but the larger numbers come from CMS and GDS, and we expect that to contribute about 50-50 to the overall business. So, though we see that the CMS part of the business will continue to grow in terms of size, our emphasis continues to be equal, both on GDS as well as CMS in terms of the number of products, the number of DMFs that are being filed, the number of people working on these projects. I think in terms of the dollar impact on the revenue, I would let Deepak answer that question more specifically. And I think that covers most of the questions that have come. Yes, I think, good. Thank you for that. I think today, among the three units, I would say that Unit 1 and Unit 2 are about 70 to 75% capacity utilization based on the product mix. I say that with a caveat because the capacity also constantly evolves based on the product mix as well as the capacity elevation actions that we take from time to time. So one of our key strategic priority is to forecast a capacity for the next 5 years and take steps to make sure that we are elevating capacity in time so that we don't get into a position where we are constrained on our capacity. And we've done that over the last 3 years consistently. And, we've been able to constantly meet the demand of our customers on an ongoing basis. So this will continue to happen. So just to summarize my response, I think Unit 1 and Unit 2 are about 70 to 75 capacity utilization. However, both the capacity and the utilization will change on the product mix, and it will change based on the capacity elevation actions that we take. Unit 3 is about 40% capacity utilization as we speak today. So we'll see that a lot of the growth will come from Unit 3 going forward. But even in Unit 3, we do have plenty of scope to improve both our capacity as well as capacity utilization. We do have all the statutory clearances in Unit 1, Unit 2, as well as Unit 3 for our ongoing manufacturing, as well as any future needs from these facilities. Thank you. I'm not able to see the question because of the reflection. So if you don't mind, can you read it?
Please communicate on CDMO segment and growth prospects in FY23 with commercialization and volume uptick from the same.
Sure. I think I would prefer that Harsh answers that question and anything else that he would like to add to what I've said so far.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think from a CDMO business perspective, the CMS business, as we call it, as both the chairman and Suchet had indicated, the growth prospects are very promising. I think the growth rate of the CMS business over the last several years has been fairly consistent. In terms of the opportunities for us today, there are several new molecules which are going into drugs which have either been recently approved or are likely to be approved in the coming years across multiple therapeutic indications, where such as CNS, antifungals, cardiovascular, etc. There are some drugs which are also going into rare diseases. And these are all opportunities which we believe Neuland is in a very good position because we have either completed the development and the scale up of the API and we are waiting for the commercial launch, or in some cases where the commercial launch has already started and we are waiting for the volumes to pick up. Ultimately, in the CDMO business, the one risk that we always carry is that the success of the drug is something that we are not really in control of. And therefore, we must also be wary that the volumes of the API could be largely dependent on the success of the drug. And that will directly have an impact on the growth that we have for the CMS business. I think today what excites us compared to where we were 5 years ago is that we have a fairly diverse portfolio of molecules in the CMS segment. And these molecules have a fairly long patent life. And it seems like the growth opportunities are increasingly attractive for Neuland. So what I would also like to say is that more and more pharmaceutical companies are recognizing Neuland as a serious player in the CDMO business, and they are wanting to work with Neuland. So I think that's what I would like to say in terms of the prospects of that business. And maybe just another quick comment about the growth of CMS business. I think although we have been seeing consistent growth in the CMS business over the past several years, FY22 has been a flattish year for us. And I think with regards to that flattishness, I would like to, highlight the comment that the chairman had made in the opening remarks, where one of our oldest CMS molecules had gone off patent, and that created almost a revenue erosion of almost 20-25% this year. But despite that 25% revenue erosion, the CMS business still grew by 5% this year. And that 5% growth was because new molecules entered our portfolio and contributed and actually compensated for that revenue drop. Having said that, I'm also happy to share that our portfolio doesn't look like it has patent expiries up until 2030 and beyond, which means that we don't expect any more molecules to have a significant volume erosion in the coming years, and therefore the growth is likely to continue. So those are the few comments I would like to add. Thank you.
I'll answer about the exchange. I think there was one question with respect to the exchange impact on the Neuland financial performance. So as you all know, like we are export-oriented industry, and roughly around 75 to 80% of our revenue comes from exports. So that's a good news for us. So last year we have seen that rupee has depreciated around 4 to 5%, and this year also we are seeing like rupee depreciation continues upward of 7 to 8%. So it's a good news for us because we are net exporters and we continue to see tailwind coming in for us, and that is helping us to improve the financial performance. So overall, Neuland is gaining from the export and also from the exchange variations, which we are seeing volatility in the current scenario. So we see that this trend is going to continue for another quarter or so, and hopefully after that the things will be much more stable, but it is going to help us overall.
I think just to close things off from mind, I think there's been a couple of requests from our shareholders that they would like to visit the plants and might have some follow-up questions. I think we would be more than happy to host a visit for our shareholders to the plant and talk a little bit more about the business and the developments within the business. So please contact Ms. Sharda Bhamidpati for that, and we'll make the arrangements. And hopefully in the next shareholders meeting, we can report the feedback that we received as well.
I would like to thank all the shareholders for taking time to join this meeting. E-voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable those eligible members who have not cast their votes yet and would like to exercise their vote. Results will be announced within the stipulated timelines, and the same will be intimated to the stock exchanges and uploaded on the website of the company and NSDL. Now, with your permission, I and other board of members would like to take leave from the meeting. I wish all the members a healthy and safe future. Thank you.
Dear members, since the time allowed for e-voting has elapsed, the meeting is concluded. Once again, thank you all for your participation.